be incredibly lucky that we have Dak Prescott as our quarterback. We should be incredibly grateful that we have a quarterback that we can be proud of in Dak Prescott. And I say this for a couple of reasons, chat. I say this because people have, struggles with their quarterbacks for many different reasons, right? Like some teams have bad quarterbacks, but they may be like good dudes or whatever, right? Like you may have the Baker Mayfield complex, right? To where like he's solid. You love his personality, but he's not going to get you to where you want to go, right? You may have a quarterback like, he's talented, but he doesn't do all the quarterback things, and he's young, and you have a good team. You may not have all the opportunity to raise and groom him as a quarterback because you're trying to win right now. The Jets going through that right now with Zach Wilson. You may have a quarterback that's actually good, but you don't know why he can't win, like Justin Herbert or something. You know what I mean? You may have a quarterback that's incredible, but your team ain't really put all together. So you got to figure out how to win with him. Talking about Josh Allen or something like that. You may have a great system and fantastic supporting players, and you got a quarterback that could win games, but you may not know how good your quarterback really is. I mean, you may have the Tua Tagovailoa situation. How much y'all trying to pay Tua? Some teams end up in a situation where their quarterback have like a really good year, and everybody else telling you don't pay him, but they pay him that money anyway long term. You might be in a Daniel Jones New York Giants situation. You can name these scenarios for each and every quarterback, and you can find a reason why you should be grateful for your quarterback, because these other teams have some problem about theirs, right? How about this? You can have a quarterback that's good, but his off the field shit may be a little strange. That motherfucker nasty as hell off the field, but you feel like he may play good, but you sign him to some money, he don't even play all that good. It's just questions. It's questions, my guy. It's just, and look, Geno Smith can go in that Daniel Jones category, right? It's a lot of reasons why you'll have a quarterback and not feel great about him. It's a lot of reasons why you'll have a quarterback and not feel great about their quarterback, But when we look at Dak Prescott and what we have, and it's crazy, there's still Cowboy fans that poo-poo and talk a little shit on Dak Prescott. It's crazy because he's given us the on-the-field play. He's given us the leadership. He don't crash his car into like some residential neighborhood or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? He don't do nothing off brand. He cool as, he cool as shit. I mean, look at, he's cool, right? He's friends with Voch Lombardi. I'm friends with him. He ain't friends with me. He don't really know I exist, but I shook his hand a couple times. Like just fantastic dude in general. Like we don't have to worry about like no scandal with Dak Prescott, right? He's playing the best football in the league right now. The Cowboys, they can hate all they want. Dallas Cowboys quarterback is playing the best quarterback in the league right now. Aaron Rodgers is a friend. He's Sharon Stone's cousin. And he's the 23 Walter Payton Man of the Year or something like 22. Like what? Yes. Well, it is.
Yes.
I hit that button on accident, but that's real life. So let's be grateful for what's going on here, man. Let's just be grateful for what we got going on here, man. I was looking at the NFL put out a clip, and I was looking at the NFL film inside the NFL. There we go. It comes on the CW. If I ain't got CW, I just got to go on YouTube and YouTube TV and go find it and watch all their clips and not watch nothing else. But it captured this conversation that Dak was having with Tyler Biadasz. And if I had to guess what that conversation was about, I would assume that Dak and company wanted to like really tempo the offense up. But when you tempo the offense up, you still got 300-pound people on your offensive line. You got 5 of them, and they may get a little exhausted, and that may affect their play. So in between, whistles in between, it may be a, TV timeout or something. Dak was having a conversation with his guys, man, like, hey, maybe I just decided to go fast right there. But hey, if y'all exhausted, let me know. Cause I could say, hey, we won't turn up the tempo. I'll give you an opportunity to catch your breath so that you can be, you can be good to go and we straight. But just let me know. You can say no. Hey, you can say no. He looked at his offensive line. He looked at Tyler Biadasz. He said, you can say no. I'm just assuming what's going on. I don't know. This is just me as a center. I've had conversations like this before. You can say no. That's what this huddle is. That's what this huddle is. As a quote, that's crazy. Now, I'm going to give further context when I watch the show tonight, Inside the NFL. It's going to come up. This is not an endorsement, whatever. They ain't paying me to say this, but I watch them every week. I'm going to watch it and really get the whole context of the clip, watch before, watch after, and really see what they was talking about there. But if I had to guess, I think that's what they was talking about. But the whole idea of it was, hey, man, this is our huddle. This is our huddle. That's what our huddle is. You can come to me and be like, hey, let's slow the tempo down. I'm exhausted. When I catch my breath, boom, we can go kick their ass. Brandon Cooks can come to Dak and be like, hey, man, I need XYZ. Come find me. CD already, we know CD Lamb knock on doors, but like, hey, come find me. Ferguson coming to Dak saying, trust me. Dak going back to school and make like, hey, man, I know you had a drop right there. I know you had the drop right there, but don't worry about it. I'm going right back to you. Like, man, just that dude, great leader, playing the best quarterback in the world right now. Not going crazy at the massage spot. Like it's like that dude in general. Man, what a dude, man. We should just be grateful, bro. We should just be grateful. Anyway, let's get into it. Got some coaches clips for y'all. I started off with Dak Prescott. Cool, let's do that. Let's do this. Mike McCarthy was asked about Dak Prescott, and after that, we'll run some film and talk about him.
I'm sure you guys have internal metrics and things like that, but Pro Football Focus ranks him as the best in terms of the least turnover-worthy passes or plays or whatever. What is kind of
going from leading the league in turnovers, and then all of a sudden, how we grade quarterback play, just turnovers don't even matter no more. Hell, look, Dak is such a trailblazer. Look, when nobody wants to throw turnovers, he throw them. When turnovers are cool, this motherfucker lead the league in least turnover-worthy plays. Like, what a guy. What a guy. Nelly said it on Pimp Juice, I got a fade. Everybody got ways, and now I'm switching to phase, and I'm thinking about ways. Like, come on, man. Go ahead and finish asking Mike McCarthy the question, dog.
In terms of the least turnover-worthy passes or plays or whatever, what has kind of allowed him to be so good in terms of security?
Well, I mean, it's just the discipline, the connection with his teammates, understanding of the offense. He has total command, and it's something we frequently speak about. He needs to own the offense, starting with the cadence, the huddle command.
Yeah, here we go!
Communication, the process during the week, and obviously, it always comes down to how you perform. And he has that personality, he has that clear understanding. I clearly feel strongly where he is and where he's developed. But frankly, excited about where these guys can go offensively. So, and it starts with his command and ownership.
Hey, man, I hear a lot of buzzwords like that from these coaches, man. His command, his ownership, his confidence and things like that. But I would love to ask a quarterback. I would love to ask a quarterback coach. I would love to just ask somebody that's way better than me, right? And just be like, man, like how much does command and confidence really, play a role in this thing, right? Like, of course it does. Of course, command and confidence plays a role in this. But I feel like wasn't Dak always this confident character? Wasn't he always this confident character? Wasn't the problem last year that Dak was too damn confident? Wasn't that the issue? Wasn't that the problem? Wasn't that the problem? That Dak was too damn confident, that he had too much command, that he felt like he could make every single throw. Wasn't that the problem? Something different has happened to Dak Prescott, chat. I remember Dak making this throw in the game, dog, and I was like, okay, that's just a little miscue from Dak there. Dak probably didn't want to make that throw. Dak probably didn't want to do that. He just, how off target was that? That could have been an interception. And man, we go back and watch this shit, man. Pardon my language if anybody don't like the cussing, but that's how Dak made me talk sometimes, right? Dak started doing shit like that. Man, I got questions, bro. CeeDee Lamb didn't make this catch, and that's okay. But the confidence to throw it and the ball placement / accuracy to get it there. You know, I don't want people to think about Dak and his lack of turnovers, right? Because Dak Dak has an incredible lack of turnovers right now. Just keeping it a buck with you. I don't want people to look at Dak's lack of turnovers and think, oh, well, Dak just out here throwing safe passes. He out here dinking and dunking. Bullshit. Dak is moving the ball. He's getting it downfield. He's finding tight windows. And every single week, chat, and look, I watch the film every single week, patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. Every single week, I look at the film and I go, yo, Dak just threw a dime to XYZ. Dak just threw a dime to insert player. Dak just threw a dime to whatever character. Man, Dak ain't out here keeping it safe. Look, then when Dak started doing shit like this, hold on, this is actually a design quarterback run, right? But we just talking about temperament. We just talking about attitude. And people forget Dak's still big as hell, cornerbacks. And Dak started looking at you. Hold on, cameraman. You got too much dip on your chip, cameraman. And Dak started looking at him like this. And he started shrugging. And he started looking at you crazy. He said, that's it? That's your tackle? That's your attempt? That's your attempt? Chad, Dak Prescott losing his mind right now. And I'm just glad to be a part of it. He's doing it with confidence. He's doing it with great vengeance and furious anger. And it's rubbing off on his guys. CeeDee Lamb starting to talk shit. You know, he's starting to do his little... CeeDee Lamb always been a little swaggy confident, but even Brandon Cook started to talk a little crazy to the characters now. Jake Ferguson, who's been relatively quiet on the field, now he gets... It's infectious. It's infectious. Big plays are infectious. Attitude and shit talk is infectious. And it's rubbing off.
KD